Explorers. Dr. Allen here. Whew. Happy 2017. We've just come in from the new year, and I hope you've all set really great goals for yourself. Did you set goals? When I say a goal, I mean something like a New Year's resolution. I know that some of you have definitely been doing that as a class, and I'll share with you that my New Year's resolution is to move more. That's why I'm coming in running. I'm just making sure that I'm getting all of this extra energy out, and every time that I work out, it helps my brain to get all of the, some of the bad stuff that can build up around your brain, some of the waste, it gets it to go away so you can think more clearly, and that is why I want to move more in 2017 than I did last year. I know some other students have been coming up with resolutions to maybe get some more homework done than you did last year. You might also be working on being kinder to your siblings, your sisters or brothers, maybe be nicer to your parents, get along with them better. Other people, I think, have been focusing on being responsible, taking care of things around the house or in school. Some of you want to get out and play more because playing is awesome. That's just like moving, right? You may also be thinking about eating more vegetables this year. Those vegetables are going to help you grow big and strong. So are those fruits. Make sure you've got a well-balanced plate, not just potato chips or candy, even though those things are fun to have too. So I know for a fact that many of you have been working on New Year's resolutions because I've seen them around the school. Let me show you what I'm talking about. I was going down the hall getting all my steps in today because I need to be moving as much as possible, and this is what I saw at the end of the second grade hall. Students in second grade are taking steps in the right direction with their New Year's resolutions. Awesome job, second grade. I also saw in the third grade hall that you've made fancy New Year's resolutions and you've been working on your writing. Way to go, Explorers! I saw down the K1 hall that Miss Siemens' class, you've got your New Year's resolutions in place and you're setting goals for yourself. I commend you for making that effort. I know it can be tough sometimes. And also, we have got motivational shirts on the fourth grade hall, so whether these are related to your New Year's resolutions, it doesn't matter because being motivated helps us every single day. I know there are a ton of other activities that are being done throughout the school that I didn't get a chance to see when I was on my walk today, but I just wanted to highlight some of the awesome things that I did get to see today. And it's fun to have an excuse to set new goals for ourselves. We think, okay, Christmas is done, we've restarted the countdown to how many days we'll have the holiday season again, or maybe you're counting down to summer break. I'm not judging. We got spring break before that though, just saying. But it's good to set goals for yourself all year long, not just in January. So think about what you want to improve about yourself or what you want to improve about your life or other people's lives every day. I like to set new goals for myself every Monday and Friday. Did you realize that? Is that kind of odd? It might be. I'm not quite sure. But it works for me. And whatever works for you is what you should do. I set my weekly goals on sheets that look like this. What to do? What should I do this week? So I write this out on Friday afternoons because I have to think, what did I need to get done this week, but time just ran out. And then I come back to it on Monday and I say, oh yeah, this is the stuff I need to do this week. These are my goals, but also here's some stuff I thought about over the weekend that I want to get accomplished. And that way, when I write it down, guess what I get to do when it's done? I get to scribble it off, and it feels so good to scribble off something to say you've accomplished a goal. Even if your goal is to brush your teeth in the morning, you can write it down, and then hopefully very soon after, you can scratch it back off because you got your teeth brushed before you got here. Some other more formal ways that you have been documenting your New Year's resolutions. I was visiting in another fourth grade class, Miss Zimmerman's class, and you were all completing some worksheets that look like this. They looked really great, everyone. Awesome job, as always, to our explorers. And in addition to this, Miss Zimmerman was telling me about a cool book called Squirrels and New Year's Resolution. I had never heard of this book before today, but I decided to go on and see if I could find someone to read this story to you. So I found on YouTube somebody who felt this book was really important and they wanted to read it to those who wanted to view it. So I'm going to move over to that book. Teachers, if you want your class to be able to see this story, I think it's got some great information in it about setting good New Year's resolutions and helping others in the process. But I'll let all of you be the judge of that for yourselves.
Hi, my name is Lisa. I've been a nanny for just about 5 years now, and one of my favorite activities to do with the kids is always story time. So today I'm going to read you Squirrel's New Year's Resolution. Squirrel pinned up her brand new Nut of the Month calendar. It's January 1st, the radio said, a great day to make a resolution. Make a resolution, wondered Squirrel. How do you do that? Bear might know. She went to see Bear at the Lonewood Library. Happy New Year, he said. Same to you, Bear. Do you know how to make a resolution? Is it like making a snack? Bear laughed. Resolutions are more important than snacks. More important than snacks, said Squirrel. What is a resolution? A resolution is a promise you make to yourself to be better or to help others, Bear said. When we begin a new year, we make a fresh start. Wow. Did you make a resolution? Asked Squirrel. I did, Bear answered. I resolved to teach others how to read. I'm going to teach Skunk as soon as she gets well. Oh no, Skunk is still sick? Squirrel thought as she hurried to Skunk's house for a visit. She forgot all about making a resolution. Skunk was sick of being sick. I'm stuck in bed until Dr. Owl says I'm better, said Skunk. I would rather be learning to read. That's my New Year's resolution. Squirrel knew how to cheer up her friend. She hid at the foot of the bed. She popped up and shouted, "Boo!" Skunk giggled. Hide and seek was her favorite game. Squirrel popped up again. "Boo!" And again, "Boo!" By now, Skunk was laughing hard. Just then, Dr. Owl came by. Skunk, I can tell by your laughter that you are feeling much better, he said. Now you can visit Bear. Just make sure you have a healthy lunch first. Lunch, thought Squirrel. She headed toward the Hidey Hole Diner. Maybe someone there can help me with my resolution. On her way, she met Mole and Turtle. Mole was holding up a map close to his nose. What are you doing? Asked Squirrel. Turtle and I resolved to plant a garden, said Mole, but I can't find a good place to dig with all these trees. Wait here, said Squirrel. She dashed up an oak tree and looked down. She spied Wildcat Creek on its bank, a perfect place for a garden. Squirrel scampered down and led Mole and Turtle through the woods to the edge of the creek. She helped them stake out string for the borders of the garden. Thanks, Squirrel. I will start digging right after lunch, said Mole. Lunch, thought Squirrel, and she rushed away. She still hadn't thought of a resolution. At the diner, Squirrel chose a stool next to Porcupine. He looked grumpy. What's wrong? Asked Squirrel. I resolved to be less grumpy, so I'm trying to laugh more, but I can't think of anything funny. I can help you think of something funny. Like, why did the squirrel run back and forth across the road? I don't know. Why? Asked Porcupine. Because she was nuts, laughed Squirrel. Porcupine laughed too. I get it. That reminds me. What's striped and bouncy? Tell me, said Squirrel. Skunk on a trampoline, said Porcupine. Squirrel laughed herself right off the stool. Porcupine said, That's a good one. I'd better write it down. Off he went to find a paper and pencil. Squirrel felt left out. Porcupine has a resolution, so do Bear and Skunk and Mole and Turtle, she thought. I'm the only animal in the forest who hasn't made a New Year's resolution. Rabbit came to take Squirrel's order. Would you like to try my New Year's special? Asked Rabbit. Sure, said Squirrel. Maybe it will help me make a resolution. I wish I knew how. Think of a way to improve yourself, or a way to use what you're good at to help others, said Rabbit. Squirrel ate her lunch special and thought hard. Just then, Skunk came in. I need a healthy lunch. Thanks to Squirrel, I'm feeling better. Sit with me, Skunk, Bear called. I see you brought our first book. Turtle and Mole came in next. What do you have for two thirsty animals who just started a garden, said Mole. Squirrel found a terrific place for it, said Turtle. Porcupine hurried in. Do you know why Bear said caw-caw? Before anyone could answer, Porcupine said, he was learning another language. All the animals laughed. I didn't know you were so funny, said Mole. Me either, said Porcupine. Squirrel got me started. Rabbit said to Squirrel, you're doing a good job on your resolution. I didn't know I had one, said Squirrel. Your actions are better than words. It looks like you resolved to help someone every day, said Rabbit. Really? Asked Squirrel. I did it. I made my very first resolution. Hooray for Squirrel! All the animals shouted. It was going to be a very happy new year. So that's our story for this month, and feel free to shout out what your New Year's resolution will be. I'm Lisa, and in Babico fashion, I am signing out.
All right. So that was kind of an awesome story, and just like Lisa encouraged, feel free to share as a class what your New Year's resolution is going to be or what your goal of this week is going to be. It's good to always reflect. You know how I feel about constant reflection and looking at what you can do better and what you can improve on every day. And in the meantime, I plan on standing up more, stretching out my brain muscle, and getting all of the oxygen I can to all of my muscles so that I can be fit this year with my New Year's resolution of moving more. I hope you do well with your resolution, and until next time, make it a great day, explorers!